Okay, let's get into something really fascinating today.
Yeah.
Imagine this. What if just 5 minutes a day could genuinely add years to your life? Good years, vibrant years.
And it's likely something you've, well, completely missed your entire adult life. Sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't
It
it?
really does. So today we're doing a deep dive into some compelling longevity research, often summed up as the 5-minute fountain of youth.
Our goal here is to unpack a practice that's, frankly, surprisingly simple, but it's backed by solid science, and it kind of challenges a lot of what we think we know about aging.
Yeah, we want to figure out what it is, why it works, and importantly, why isn't this common knowledge? We want to give you that shortcut to understanding this, well, this potential breakthrough.
Absolutely.
Let's start with the story. Margaret, she's 68, and she really thought she had all her bases covered. Vitamins, lots of vegetables, regular doctor visits.
She was doing everything by the book, essentially. Proactive.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But then, a casual chat, and suddenly she realizes there's this huge piece missing. Something fundamental about her own biology.
And what Margaret found out, oh, it really pushes against a lot of the standard advice, doesn't it? The stuff we've heard for decades.
It does.
It all starts with understanding that our bodies have this sort of biological switch. It's built in.
A biological switch, okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For most of us, it kind of gets switched off maybe around age 40, and we don't even realize it.
So like Margaret, we could be missing this key mechanism.
That's the idea. Many people probably are.
Okay, so Margaret's journey to understanding this begins with her granddaughter, Emma. Emma introduces her to Sarah.
Right, and Sarah isn't just a friend. She's a Harvard-trained PhD student.
Yeah.
Cellular biology, focusing specifically on longevity. Serious stuff.
Definitely. And they're having coffee, and Sarah brings up this term, cellular autophagy.
Ah, yes, autophagy. Sounds fancy, I know.
A little bit.
But think of it simply as your body's own internal, very efficient cellular cleaning crew.
Okay, a cleaning crew for our cells. I like that.
Exactly. Imagine your cells are like tiny houses. Over time, they accumulate clutter, right? Broken furniture, old food, just debris, damaged proteins, worn out parts, metabolic waste.
Makes sense. Things break down.
And just like your house needs regular cleaning to function well, your cells need it too. Autophagy is that cleaning process. It finds the junk, removes it, recycles what it can. It's crucial.
So what's the problem then?
The problem is, for a lot of people, maybe most people, this cleaning crew, it essentially goes on permanent vacation. Usually starts happening sometime in middle age.
Oh, so the cleaning just...
Or slows down dramatically. And those cellular houses get cluttered, dysfunctional.
And that's what we feel as aging.
That's a huge part of it. Lower energy, healing takes longer, higher risk for diseases, just that general feeling that, everything's a bit harder. The system isn't running clean.
Right. So Sarah tells Margaret that this process, this autophagy, it can be reactivated.
Yes, and with remarkable precision, through a specific daily practice.
And this is the kicker. It takes exactly 5 minutes a day.
Just 5 minutes. But it's not just about the time. It's what you do in those 5 minutes.
Okay, let's get into that. How does it work?
Well, what Margaret learned and what the research shows involves combining 3 specific elements. We'll get into the details, but the synergy is key.
And this isn't some, fringe theory.
Oh, not at all. The research is solid. Major universities are studying these principles. And some studies, they've shown participants reversing their cellular age by up to 10 years.
10 years. That's significant.
It's incredibly significant. Consistent practice yields measurable results.
Okay, but let's clarify what this isn't, because this really caught Margaret's attention, and probably yours too.
Good point. It is not meditation. It's not zoning out.
Not yoga, not some complex breathing thing.
Nope. No special breathing techniques from ancient traditions, no yoga poses, you don't need special equipment, no gym memberships, you don't even have to leave your house.
So it's much simpler, more fundamental.
Exactly. You can do it sitting down, lying down, standing up.
Okay.
Its beauty is that simplicity. And honestly, you probably already know the basic how-to of the individual parts. You just never realize their combined biological power.
And this 5-minute routine triggers something specific.
Yes, what scientists are calling the longevity cascade. Think of it as a chain reaction of beneficial biological events.
A cascade.
It starts within minutes of doing the practice, and the benefits keep rippling outwards for hours afterwards.
It's like a daily tune-up for your cells.
That's a great way to put it. Keeping the machinery running smoothly, like a well-oiled vintage car, instead of letting it rust and seize up.
Okay, so Sarah used this phrase. Intermittent cognitive challenge combined with controlled physiological stress. That sounds a bit intense, doesn't
It
it?
does sound like a mouthful, I agree. Especially the stress part. We hear stress and think bad.
Right. If I'm already feeling stressed, why add more?
That's the crucial difference. This isn't negative stress. It's about deliberately um, engaging your mind with a specific type of challenge while simultaneously activating your body's stress response system, but in a controlled, beneficial way.
Well, exercise stress.
Exactly like exercise. A small amount of controlled stress, like lifting weights, makes muscles stronger, not weaker. This is similar, but targeted at a cellular and cognitive level. It's positive stress, or hormetic stress.
Hormetic stress. Okay. So this leads to Margaret's big question, the one we're all probably thinking.
Let me guess. If this is so simple and effective, why isn't everyone doing it?
Bingo. And why haven't I heard about this from my doctor?
Well, this touches on something perhaps a bit sobering about how medical information flows, or sometimes how it doesn't flow.
How so?
Cutting-edge research, especially in areas like longevity, can take decades to filter down from labs to your GP's office.
Decades. Wow.
Especially if the solution isn't a pill or an expensive procedure. Things that don't generate significant revenue for the healthcare industry sometimes get overlooked.
So simple, accessible things might just stay hidden.
It can seem that way. It's a bit troubling, isn't it? That impact doesn't always correlate with mainstream promotion if there isn't a strong economic driver.
Yeah, it really is. So this practice, it's been kind of hiding in plain sight.
Pretty much. Studied in academic circles, published in journals, but not really hitting the mainstream health advice columns.
Well, you're not.
Because it doesn't fit neatly into a box you can easily sell or prescribe. It puts the onus on the individual, taking personal responsibility daily rather than just getting a prescription.
Right. It requires active participation.
And Sarah didn't just tell Margaret this stuff, she actually showed her evidence. Pulled out her phone, showed brain scans, blood work from study participants.
Real data.
Real data. And the differences were visible. Increased gray matter in the brain scans, better markers for cellular energy, more protective proteins.
And the telomeres. You mentioned those earlier.
Yes, the telomere measurements. They suggested that cellular aging hadn't just slowed. In many cases, it looked like it had actually reversed.
Reversed. Okay, that's powerful. So Margaret sees this at 68.
And she realizes maybe it's not too late for her. She decides, okay, I'm doing this. Becomes her own N of 1 study.
Commits to 5 minutes every morning for 30 days.
And the clever bit, she keeps it quiet, doesn't tell her husband, her kids. She wants pure observation. No placebo effect, no power of suggestion from others.
Smart. So what happened?
Within the first week, subtle things, waking up feeling genuinely refreshed, not just not tired, but refreshed, even with the same amount of sleep.
Okay.
And those afternoon energy crashes she used to get, they just disappeared, replaced by the steady energy, reminding her of how she felt maybe in her 50s.
Wow, just in the first week?
Then week 3, this is great. Her neighbor sees her, stops her, and says something like, "You look like you've been on vacation. What have you done?"
Someone else noticed.
Yeah, noticed a new vitality and alertness. Asked about new face creams or vitamins.
So it was becoming outwardly visible.
Definitely. And by day 30, the change was undeniable. Her family started asking, "Mom, what's different? You seem brighter."
And her doctor.
Even her doctor, at a routine checkup, noticed improvements. Blood pressure was better, resting heart rate down, unprompted observations.
That's objective data backing up how she felt.
Absolutely. And Margaret herself, she described feeling this mental clarity, this physical energy she hadn't felt in years. Like, she said someone had turned up the brightness dial on her life.
Turned up the brightness. I like that.
Yeah.
So scientifically, what was happening? You mentioned hormetic stress.
Right. That's the principle at play. Small, controlled stressors trigger powerful adaptive responses. They make the organism stronger, more resilient.
Like the exercise analogy again?
Exactly. Resistance training stresses muscles. They adapt and grow stronger. This 5-minute practice challenges your cellular repair systems, your immune function, your cognitive networks, all at once, in a mild way.
And that activates these longevity genes.
Precisely. These are specific genes, genetic pathways, that often lie dormant in our typical, comfortable daily routines. They need the right kind of signal to switch on.
And this practice provides that signal.
It seems to create that perfect storm, the right combination of cognitive challenge and physiological optimization to flick those switches on. The intermittent cognitive challenge and the strategic movements are designed specifically to create that mild, beneficial stress needed for the hormetic response.
Got it. And for Margaret, the benefits didn't stop at 30 days.
No, that was just the beginning. Her improvements actually accelerated over the next few months.
Accelerated. Like what?
Things like better balance and coordination. She noticed minor cuts healed faster, her digestion improved, sleep became more consistently restful, just this overall sense of resilience. Everyday stuff felt easier.
That's incredible. So let's break down these synchronized challenge protocols Sarah mentioned. What are the actual components?
Right, the three core elements that need to happen together.
Okay, element one.
First is focused attention exercises. Now, this isn't just letting your mind wander, it's specific mental tasks demanding concentration.
Examples.
Could be doing rapid mental math, like serial 7 subtracting 7 from 1,000, then 7 again, and so on. Or vividly recalling a detailed memory, focusing on all the senses. Or visualizing a complex shape and mentally rotating it. Real focus.
Okay, focused attention, element two.
Second, controlled breathing techniques. Again, specific patterns, maybe the 4-7-8 breath, inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8, or just slow, deep, consciously controlled belly breathing. The key is control and rhythm.
Got it. Controlled breath.
Yeah.
And the third element.
Third, strategic movement patterns. This isn't a workout. It's about things like holding a balanced pose, maybe standing on one leg for a minute, or performing a slow, very deliberate movement, engaging multiple muscles without strain, like tracing a figure 8 with your hand while staying still, challenging balance and coordination gently.
Focused attention, controlled breath, strategic movement.
Yes, and Sarah called them synchronized challenge protocols, because the magic happens when you do all three simultaneously.
Ah, okay. Not one after the other.
No, coordinated. Simultaneously challenging different systems maximizes that beneficial stress response, minimizes any negative effects. It creates this synergy for cellular health.
So an example might be?
You might be standing on one leg movement while doing that 4-7-8 breathing pattern breath and trying to mentally list countries in alphabetical order, cognitive, all at the same time.
Okay, I can see how that would require focus. And that combination for 5 minutes is the key.
That's the core of it, that precise simultaneous challenge for 5 minutes. That's what seems to trigger these profound effects.
Now, here's something really interesting you mentioned earlier, that this might actually work better the older you are.
It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? Usually interventions work best when you're young. But with this, older bodies and minds have generally accumulated more of that cellular clutter we talked about, more damage. So when you suddenly activate these powerful repair and regeneration signals...
The response is more dramatic.
Exactly. There's more cleaning up to do, so the improvements can be more noticeable. Margaret's results, remember, were better than the average seen in younger participants.
That's really hopeful. It flips the script on aging.
It really does. Think about the potential. Imagine people in their 70s, 80s, maintaining the kind of cognitive sharpness, physical ability, emotional resilience we usually associate with people decades younger.
The societal implications are huge.
Absolutely. Reduced healthcare costs, sure, but also keeping wisdom and experience active in the workforce, in families, and communities. And it goes beyond just physical health. Better emotional regulation, creativity, social connection, resilience to life's knocks.
Which often get harder with age.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's recap. We've talked about this simple 5-minute daily practice. It involves intermittent cognitive challenge and controlled physiological stress.
Delivered through synchronized challenge protocols. That means combining focused attention, controlled breathing, and strategic movement all at once.
And this reactivates autophagy, that cellular cleaning crew.
And switches on those longevity genes, leading to potentially remarkable turnarounds like we saw with Margaret.
It really suggests our bodies have this innate capacity for renewal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A sort of fountain of youth within us.
It really does seem that way, waiting to be activated. And Margaret became quite the advocate, didn't she? Her results were so obvious, her husband started doing it, then her kids, even some neighbors.
That's the best kind of testimony.
Absolutely. Seeing is believing.
So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
what's the takeaway? The choice really is yours. Do you stick with the old story? That getting older means inevitable decline, feeling tired, losing mental sharpness.
Or do you decide today to invest just 5 minutes? 5 minutes for your future self to potentially make those later years far more vibrant, energetic, and fulfilling than you might have imagined.
Your cellular cleaning crew is waiting for the call. Your longevity genes are ready. It's 5 minutes. What could that unlock for you?